mass production adversely affects each and every sector
any
of the
sort of
country.
ideology.
This is a great location for Nepal to explore its potential.
Namaste. Welcome to Nepal's Top 7 Debaters, produced by Leadership Academy.
This is the first competition round in the second category of grades 7, 8 and 9 English language, and the topic for today's debate is beauty pageants do more harm than good.
Let me now introduce our panel of judges for today's first competition round. Our first judge is Mr. Santosh Shah. He is the president of today's Youth Asia.
Our second judge is Miss Naylor. She is the co-founder at Women Lead.
Our third judge is Miss Kripa Rana Shahi. She is the director of the Mind Tree. The participants have been divided evenly to speak for and against the motion.
First of all, I am completely against the beauty pageant as it is harmful to us from each and every angle. According to the US data, worldwide, more than 3,000 beauty pageants are held each year. Women's News Columbus Dispatch 2014 reported that 2.5 million people compete in the pageants each year. When people view women as objects for recreation through such beauty pageants, then it finally leads to violence against women. Furthermore, the contestants in the pageants, when fail to live up to that unrealistic standard of beauty, then they often get depressed. According to the US data, 25% of the people get depressed due to such beauty pageants. It also results in economy wastage as the people spend billions and billions of money for their preparations, dresses, makeups, etc. According to Women's News Facts, 72% of the people waste billions and billions of dollars in hiring coaches and for preparations of such worthless contests. On the other hand, majority of the area throughout the world is rural. In case of Nepal, 80.8% of the total population lives in rural areas. They may also be talented for participating in such beauty pageants. But due to financial constraint and other problems as well, they cannot afford to participate in such expensive pageants. Women are much more than their looks. They have sharp brains and personalities. They should also be regarded as intellectual people. The objectification of beauty pageants based on male domination should stop. Thank you.
Beauty pageants solely does not depend upon a person's appearance. It chooses the one with beauty and brain. My fellow opponent mentioned that billions of money are expended while conducting a beauty pageant, but does not she refer to those people who are getting employment? Is not beauty pageants reducing the unemployment rate? That surely is. They provide employment to beauticians, fashion designers, and program coordinators. They provide us recreation, and we must agree that recreation is a must for all the people out there. Our Interim Constitution of Nepal 2063 has provided us the right to express ourselves. So why can't those young women go to beauty pageants and express their talent and enhance their creativity? My fellow opponent might also argue saying that beauty pageants make a girl do dieting. But my friend, having a better figure just indicates that you are health conscious. Beauty pageants like Miss America also provides you scholarships which are very beneficial. Successful people like Delta Brooke, Malvika Subba, Vanessa Williams, Aishwarya were once a part of beauty pageants. Beauty pageants help to increase a country's name and pride. For instance, the recent Miss Nepal of 2013, Ms. Isani Shrestha, was awarded with the title Beauty with a Purpose in Miss World 2013, which has motivated Nepalese women to our social service. She works as a goodwill ambassador in fundraising programs and in awareness campaigns which might reform society one day. Similarly, my fellow opponent might also argue saying that beauty pageants destroy a country's culture, but in context of Nepal, there are also beauty pageants like Miss Rai, Miss Limbu, Miss Neva, in which they perform in their own culture. Beauty pageants are not exploiting women. In the world, there are also beauty pageants for males, such as Manhunt International. Now, does that mean that Manhunt International is exploiting males? No, precisely not. I would simply like to raise a question. Should a girl just leave her chance to be famous just because her friends and all those obese women envy her? No. Thus, I would like to end up my debate saying that as marks are important to calculate intelligence and Olympics for sports, beauty pageants are also very essential, and they should be continued to develop leadership, build confidence, and to extend women empowerment, and obviously to bring out a new role model for the people like us, for we students. Thank you.
Being a Barbie doll says that your body has to be a certain way and your hair a certain way. In girls, this can particularly unleash a whole complex of destructive self-experiences that can lead to eating disorders and all kinds of body distortion in terms of body image, said William Pinsef, a clinical psychologist at the Northwestern University. Is it really worth it to risk a child's mental and physical state for a beauty pageant? Surely not. There are not many careers that you can land by being a beauty queen, maybe modeling, but there's a very slim chance that a beauty queen can succeed in the modeling business. According to the Better Business Bureau, not many beauty pageant competitors land modeling careers when they grow up. The child's parents are telling them that they are not perfect and they should change themselves to please others or to please their society. Also, this image the parents are trying to bring into their children damages and takes away the child's innocence by fake smiles, eyelashes, and appearances. The standard of beauty is that how many women define their attractiveness and worth as an individual. If they meet the society standard for beauty, then they are automatically beautiful and worth more. The problem is that 99% of the women cannot physically live up to the standard that peasants perpetuate. So when they realize that they cannot meet up the standard, they have one of two options. Either become terribly depressed that you cannot ever meet the society standard for self-worth, or become self-destructive. My fellow opponent argued that, but even getting judged by your beauty is not so bad. The problem with this argument is that not everyone can be beautiful because beauty peasants perpetuate a very high and specific standard of beauty. I would like to conclude my debate by saying that the message of beauty peasants is to pick out the most beautiful woman. And if you are not the most beautiful person, then you are worthless, a loser. Thank you.
I concede the topic, beauty pageant to more good than harm. Beauty pageant is a competition that not only focuses on one's personal beauty, but also on intelligence, talent, and self-confidence. Beauty pageant increases one's self-confidence, displays talent, helps to manage money, and to acquire the specified goals. Beauty pageant is more beneficial. It has changed one's consciousness about staying and living healthy. The pageants are included in charity and funds that help to eradicate away the various immoral activities present in our society. Besides that, beauty pageant provides employment to the people, including barber to clothes designer. One might tell that the pageants are showing glamour in the society, but what's wrong if someone uses erotic capital to gain success? My opponents told that the people like Jhamak Kumari Ghimire, Florence Nightingale, and even Madame Curie weren't a beauty pageant, but also contributed a lot to humankind. But I would like to raise them a question that, by being a beauty pageant too, can't we contribute to the humankind? Michael Johnson, winner of Miss America 1999, advocated for diabetics issue and raised $26 million for its awareness. Catherine Sindel, winner of Miss America 1998, became an AIDS activist and raised millions of dollars for its awareness. My opponents also told that beauty pageant degrades our culture, but there are beauty pageant competitions like Miss Neva and Miss Tamang, which gives priority to traditional dance, language, and costumes. Although weightlifting does not keep any practical importance in human life, we still give prize for weightlifting. Then, why can't we give prize for beauty? So, I would like to conclude saying that beauty is complement to our personality and our personality is complement to our life.
Have you ever seen an ugly Miss World? Have you ever seen an ugly Miss World? So is outer beauty not mainly judged in a beauty pageant? Beauty pageants take us back to old times when women were judged on the basis of their appearance rather than abilities. My opponents may say that they are also based on talent, but my dear, parading in swimsuits and just wearing designer gowns is not talent. Winning Miss Photogenic is not talent. My opponent also said that pageants award scholarships. But these come nowhere near the amount invested, and how many women have really made use of their scholarships and titles? 10? 20? Getting the fame and just maintaining the status of a beauty queen, is that all the responsibility of a winner? People like Anuradha Koirala, Pushpa Basnet, Mother Teresa should have been given Miss Universe and Miss World. But here, we're rather praising the glamorous queens. I say that instead of wasting money in such useless pageants, had it been used for the empowerment of women in the remote areas, it would have been much better for the development of our country. My opponent also said that it is helpful to boost up your self-confidence, but I say it breaks down. To the 3 girls with the tiaras, of course it's great, but to the girls not winning, it is a destruction to their self-esteem and depresses them so much that they even take drastic steps like suicides. Who is responsible for that? Beauty pageants. Therefore, beauty pageants are like an iceberg. Though it may seem glamorous from the surface, very few know the danger that lies beneath. Thank you.
Beauty is not about having the fairest skin and prettiest face. It's about having the intellect mind. My friends, beauty pageants are not just about physical beauty. It is also about the inner beauty that she shows on stage, dealing with questions and showing her talent. And not just any woman who thinks that she is good looking can compete. She is required to be a potential role model. This means ambition, goals, positive personality, intellectuality of women are just in a pageant. Let me give you an example. Heather Whitestone, winner of Miss America 1995, is the first deaf woman with physical disability to win such pageant because of her inner beauty. Therefore, it's senseless to argue such pageants are bad, saying only physical attributes are just in a pageant. Similarly, next point. Presenting yourself flawlessly in front of others will boost up your confidence. And this confidence is very important to get success in every field. Let me give you an example of the winners of beauty pageants like Oprah Winfrey. She is a winner of Miss Black Tennessee in 1971. She is a famous television talk show host and her show became the highest rated talk show. Next, Aishwarya Rai, Miss World 1994, is best known as the international film superstar and is successful in her career. Therefore, winners of beauty pageants are intelligent women who have confidence and get success in the field they choose. Now, my last attempt is to justify you that how the world has been viewing such pageants. Miss World, Miss Universe, Miss International and Miss Earth are 4 big beauty pageants which have been started since 1950s. If you see in Wikipedia, you can see that beauty pageants are not based on looks alone. Contestants have to show intelligence too. The ultimate goal of such pageants are to promote world peace and goodwill, which are beneficiary for whole world. Similarly, such pageants are in practice from many years by majority of the countries. If it would have harmed women, then these countries would already have banned it. Therefore, beauty pageants do more good than harm. Thank you.
We will continue with the first competition round of Nepal's Top 7 Debaters Season 3 after a short break. Welcome back. You are watching Nepal's Top 7 Debaters Season 3 and we are featuring the first competition round of Nepal's Top 7 Debaters Grade 7, 8 and 9 English language category.
Beauty pageant started in United States in 1921. Today, there are around 3,000 beauty pageants worldwide. Child beauty pageant, a stolen childhood. Children can easily believe that they need to concentrate more on their external beauty than internal. It is a problem with teens that they start dieting and end up having eating disorders and have body image problems too. Beauty pageants are very expensive and parents use the money that could be used for education on pageants. Cost of pageant dress is no less than $1,000 to $5,000 according to American report. Philip Block, chairman of Royal Australian and New Zealand College, said that child beauty pageants need to be banned in Australia because they leave an impact on because they are judged on the basis of sexualized ideals, which leaves an impact on the emotional and mental impact on the children, and even leaves them depressed. Thank you.
True beauty is not only about the color of your hair or the color of your eyes. It is also about who you are as a human being, your principles and your moral compass. And in my point of view, all the beauty pageants being organized in this whole world, like Miss Universe, Miss World, Miss International, they are based on this point of view. My first argument, my opponent says beauty pageants are only for white and slim girls, and nevertheless, those non-white and fat girls, they're suffering from anorexic and start hurting and hating themselves, thinking they are not beautiful. But let me tell you, my friend, the girls who have been suffering from anorexic only stopped hating and hurting themselves when they saw plus-sized models, fat women, finding out different ways to show themselves in beautiful ways so that they can win the beauty pageants, so that they can build up confidence and self-esteem in themselves. My opponent also said that beauty pageants are only for the winners. The women who lose in beauty pageants start hating themselves because they couldn't win the beauty pageants. Is that so? But let me tell you that there are many women who couldn't win the beauty pageant, but they are good in social work and even in media work. Like they can host the program being RJ, VJ, actress and models. And let me tell you another thing, beauty pageant is a wide media, wide thing and wide platform for all the women in this world to display their inner beauty and wisdom. It's a good platform and it takes whole beauty and intelligence into consideration. Thank you.
Beauty pageant is the competition in which the external beauty of the fair sex is judged. It is true that it provides a good platform and a bright future for the women. But how many of those women will get this bright future? Only one? Then what about other thousands of participants? They will just ruin their life in the grief that they lost the title. In the past, kings and emperors used to watch the half-naked women dancing in their palace. But now, it's being watched by everyone. Has anyone imagined about the negative sexual excitement created by this among the viewers? It will of course provoke the negative sexual excitement, which might create violent activities like rape, murder, etc. Christopher Wilder, a serial killer of beauty pageant, was accused of rape and murder of the participants as well as the winners of beauty pageant. Now I would like to raise a question. Isn't such serial killer won by such beauty pageant? Of course it is. Beauty pageant not only creates health problems but also physical, social and emotional problems. It dehumanizes women. Everyone else who is not enough to participate in the pageant might think that they cannot ever meet that standard of beauty, resulting in self-procession, which might cause self-destructiveness. Our data has shown that with the increment in the prevalence and popularity of beauty standards, there has been a dramatic increase in eating disorders among those women who likely to participate in or watch beauty pageant. My fellow opponent told that beauty is the only way you can attract someone or increase your personality. But does that mean that you use any food stuff just by looking how attractive its outer covering is? Beauty pageants allows women to be judged from external beauty only. Then weren't Jamakumar, Gimire, Madame Curie, Florence Nightingale, Mother Teresa beautiful? Of course they were beautiful. That internal beauty, the beauty which they use to beautify the society without degrading any other its aspect. Beauty pageants increases vulgarity in the society because in some episodes we find women with the less clothes. A male's attitude towards women will change as he will only judge the women by the body figure. A 26-year-old girl, Anita Lobby, who lived in New South Wales, Sydney, Australia, was an Australian beauty pageant. She was abducted from the Black Town and was raped by 5 men and was murdered. Isn't this the result of beauty pageant? Beauty pageant increases enmity among the participants as well as the well-wishers. Joan Bennett Ramsey, who was an American child beauty pageant, was murdered in her own house in 1996. The cause of her murder was just due to the jealousy that arose after she won the competition. Beauty pageant degrades our culture and tradition. According to our culture and tradition, a woman should wear the dress covering whole her body. But in such contest, we find women half naked. Beauty comes from that, not from just the physical appearance. It just can't be part wearing those fashionable dresses and showing those white skins. So through this debate program, I would like to suggest the organizer of beauty pageant that the capital you flow to nakedify the women. Please divert it to power the light of knowledge of women of Homeland Jumla, for whom education is just a dream. Thank you.
Beauty pageants are such competitions made for entertainment purpose only, but certainly not to the participants who participate in it. It's a stage set to show off the skills and talents the participants have it and show it to the entire world. Let's talk about world-famous pageants like Miss World and Miss Universe. These, tagged as harmful or unuseful, but they also develop social skills, empower women, and improves the mass communication of the participants, and certainly gives fame to the participants too. Okay, these may be simple skills, but on the other hand, it also teaches life skills on how to handle stress, depression, failure, criticism, and yes, disappointment all at once. Beauty pageants are not always about makeups, ball gowns, and tiaras. It's about confidence being built in the participants. It's them being strong enough to participate in it and also face all the criticism and yet walk on stage fearlessly with dignity and pride and yet carry their personal lives on. Those who ever say that these pageants are harmful may just be envious because of the fact that they don't have the confidence that the people have who walk on stage fearlessly with their guts. Most of my fellow opponents bought points on suicide, depression. Come on, wake up people. Suicide is never an option. Not in any case, not at work, relationships, pageants, nor at nothing. It's just cowardice and not being able to handle or digest the fact that they're not good enough. It fully depends on the participants' attitude on how they cope or deal with it. It's never the pageant's fault. It's up to the participants on how they handle it. Negatively, as in ending his or her life unnaturally causing pain to everyone, or positively, moving on with positive attributes and evergreen memories. Okay, if pageants like Miss World is so harmful, is so unuseful, then why? Why do the 128 countries, of course with no political or religious issues, participate every year? So I would like to end my debate here. Thank you.
May I now request our judges to give their comment?
I'd like to tell all of you that you did very well today for our first competition round. And it just shows that in 3 years of conducting the debate, it's just got better. And today we'll have to let 4 of you go, but consider that that could be based on today's performance and not that you are not a good debater normally. It's a studio environment, so it could be nervous. People can easily get nervous. A couple of things. One is most of you were off the topic. The topic is not whether beauty pageants should be held or not. The topic is whether a beauty pageant does harm to the participants or does it do good to the participant. So that's the topic. So when you debate, you always have to be very careful with the topic. Right? Topic could always be tricky when it's on a national level competition. But because most of you made the same mistake, it goes for all of you. And you don't have to waste your time explaining what is beauty contest. Right? We already know what it is. So you can start from next, because when you are given 2 minutes time, your time ticks in seconds. Right? You have 120 seconds to put as much points, facts, logic as you can. I would think most of you have done very well, except for some of you whom it looked like you had mugged up the contents, and when you forget, then it shows up. And 2 or 3 of you did counter argument most of the time, which is the best part of any debate. Right? You could come prepared, that's one thing, but you could spend your entire debating time just on arguing against your contestants, and that has the highest markup.
I'll start by echoing Santosh in that I was really, really impressed by all of you. The objectification of women is a topic I really care about, so I was really excited to hear your thoughts on it, and I could tell that a lot of you had really connected with the issue and thought through it. So I was really impressed by the maturity and the level of analysis that you guys displayed when you were looking at the issue and the individual impact it had on both the contestants and the viewers, but also on more systemic issues, and as the world and society as a whole. So that was really, really great because you were doing a multi-level analysis as part of your debate. So I was really impressed by that. And then also the fact that you pulled in and more importantly, cited a lot of statistics and examples to support your arguments was also a really, really strong feature. And I was especially impressed by Charvi pulling in information about children's beauty pageants in Australia. And that was a really, a good example of doing broader research and applying it to the topic. So that's my first point. My second one is that you need to find a personal connection to the topic. So it was very clear to me which one of you really thought about the issue and were speaking from your heart, and then which ones of you were more memorizing a script and just repeating something that someone else or you had researched yourselves. So whatever the next topic is, make sure that you really find a way to personally connect to it. Last time I was here is about whether organ donation after death should be compulsory or not. And I think that's something people found a bit harder of a time connecting to, but that was a really good strength that some of you displayed. And then the last one is just watch the timing. I think some of you lost points by really going over, by going too fast. Some of you were a little bit hard to understand. So for the ones that make it onto the next round, and for all of you as you go on and continue in other debating competitions, make sure that you're starting with what's really important so that when the buzzer goes at the end, you can just finish it off and you don't feel like you have to rush through points that you haven't gotten to. But overall, it was very, very good. I was impressed. Congratulations. I'm excited to see what you guys go on to do.
I think, first of all, congratulations for having reached the second round. Most of you were a bit off topic, definitely, but however, your understanding, the arguments you presented were very well structured. It was researched and properly grounded. So, and I'm really glad to see the last time I was here, there were debates all about facts than fiction. And here, all of the contestants presented a lot of facts which needed a lot of research. So it really has taken your debate, your arguments a level up. Yeah, there were a lot of fact presentation, but like Claire mentioned, a few of the debaters were a bit loud and fast. You had really good points, but if the judges cannot understand what you're saying, it's difficult for us to mark you. So probably that would lead to losing points. So please keep in mind that you present your points, in such a manner that the judges can comprehend what you're actually trying to say. Overall, the performance was amazing. Outstanding job.
So going to the next round, Aryama Upreti, Gurusa Misra, Akriti Dahal, Prajita Shrestha, Dibyansi Bhattarai, Stuti Singh. Congratulations, you'll be going to the next round.
If you are a student studying between grade 7 and bachelor's level, you can apply for Nepal's Top 7 Young Poets 2014. Application submissions are open now.
We invite you to participate in the alternative education programs run by Leadership Academy. You can call our office at 4257-250 and 980-203-2195 or email us at youthtya@gmail.com. We will be back next week. Namaste.